So we are wrapping up this conversation about people knowing their role. Hate to say it like that, but honestly, you should say it like that. So we're going to end it with the service provider, the business owner, knowing their role and doing what they are supposed to do. Let's get into it. Are you ready? Hey, it is Gwendolyn GR Houston Jack. Welcome to HouJack DMS Live Learning. Oh, I like to call it a little lunch, a little learn, right? Because we like to come in every other Wednesday, 1 p.m. Central, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Get it in, get it out, get it done, get your learning on. This is streaming to YouTube and Facebook and LinkedIn under HouJack Digital Marketing Solutions. So we want to thank you all for tuning in and welcome you to our channel. If you're on YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe. We got a lot going on. We like to cover all the things. And today, what I want to finish it up, I want to wrap it up. I want to talk about the job of the service provider. That is the conversation today. The job of the service provider, because some of us as business owners, we don't know our job, that we should be the lead in the dance. We kind of show up, kind of don't show up, right? You know how they say, for those of you who love Star Wars, how there is no try. Some folks don't even try. They just pretend to have a business. And when the going gets tough, when it's time to really show up as the service provider, well, yes. So if you're noticing how I'm pausing as I share this message, I'm working really hard to be gracious. So I'm taking my time in deciding what I want to say and how I want to say it. Yeah, because I could just say some things. I mean, you can always just say whatever it is you want to say. But I don't want to do that. Not today. Not today. I don't want to do it today. Okay, so here are our topics of discussion. What is the service provider's job? What's our job as a business owner, right? We're going to look at a quick review. Business, the business owner, and then our obligations to not only our clients, our customers, but the community as well. It's bigger than just moving in and fleecing off of the folks in the area. Yes, okay. What happens when a business doesn't know its role? Now, we talked about how it can create mad chaos when the customer gets out of pocket and wants to take the lead in the dance. There is nothing but chaos on the horizon when a service provider, does not lead in the promoted service. It's problems, big problems, because it becomes confusing for the customer as to what role they're supposed to play, right? You ever see two folks who can't get the right rhythm down, like somebody's off and it's just it's a hot mess? Yeah, it's like that. Now, at the end, what happens when everybody does what they're supposed to do? There is a better business for everybody, right? Better business. I just want to share some steps because, again, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do for your business. We are all individuals. However, history has shown that some of these things create a better and honest relationship with your customers, your community, all persons involved. So, why not? Why not do that? So let's start with number one. When we talk about the businesses, the service providers, Like, what's their job? Number one, provide the service you're promoting. What? What? Wait, what? Yeah. Yes. I know it sounds insane, but the one thing that you should do, and I know using should is not a good thing because should puts your beliefs on somebody else, right? But I kind of want to, no, I am going to say that as a society, we do believe, most of us believe, that you should provide the service you're promoting. Now, if we want to talk about fast food and the fact that the hamburgers don't look like anything they're supposed to look like, but it is a hamburger. That is some form of cheese. So you vegan cheeseburger. But yes, provide the services you're promoting. Let's just do that. When it comes to expectations, I understand some clients, some customers have some unrealistic expectations, but whatever your base obligations are, you should meet those. Show up on time, that works. If you have it where you and your customer know that you're going to be a little bit late because that's what you do, and I'm not going to pick on any specific industry, but there are people that their clients know they're going to come a little late. If they're okay with that and they know that and it's been communicated, then I say go with it. If you know that your business needs more time to get someplace, let's say if you're getting the internet put in, or if you have any kind of installer coming in, they got to drive and do other stuff. So there's a window of time that they can arrive in, right? She can arrive at 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:20, 8:30, but no later than 10:01, right? So you have an 8 to 10 o'clock window. Okay, but you've communicated that, which means you should arrive within that time frame to start the job. The job doesn't start at 8 o'clock. They arrive between 8 and 10. The job will start from 10:01 until whenever the job is done, right? So that's that. The clear communication of the process and the client journey, that's an obligation. Let me know what I'm expecting. Let me know that we're going to have this conversation. You will put down a retainer or what have you. The person arrives between this window. They will come in. They will cover their shoes to not mark up your floor. They will put down go over the process. Clear communication of the client's journey, the process, what they should be expecting. And that clear communication, in my opinion, should be in both writing and verbal. I get that folks don't want to read half of what we give them. I get it. So when I do an overview, it's a high level, but I'm hitting the big parts. Like you're going to get in your email a meeting request. Accept it, put it on your calendar on your phone. Right? You're going to receive the day before, blah, blah, blah. I am telling you this. Whether you hear me or not, it got nothing to do with me, but I'm doing my part to communicate what is to be expected. This is where we're meeting. This is the time that we're meeting. If you come late, you are forfeiting your time, whatever it is. Contract says it. I have said it. Your email has the highlights. You choose not to look at it. I even send out, for my photography customers, I send out a video that took everything I said in writing and put it into a video. So at least watch that. Do something, but do something as the customer. But as the business, I need to do my part in communicating what happens when, where, and why, and how. I got to say something. I got to say it. Lastly, community, because there are some businesses that just come in to take the money and run. And I'm saying it again, you should. It would be best to be actually active in the community. Be part of who you're servicing. Just don't come in and take the money and be like, deuces, peace. It would be best to truly be active in the community. How you do it, that's your choice. Is it donating time? Is it being part of community events? Whatever. You decide, but be active in your community. So let me talk about what happens when we don't know our role as a provider, when we don't know what we're supposed to do. Obviously, there is some lackluster service, and that lackluster service tends to lead to less customers in your door, and then that tends to lead to closed doors. A plus B equals C. It's about providing the service, providing the promised service. You can only ride half-ass wave for so long. Eventually, it all catches up to you. I don't care if you call it karma, poor management, call it what you want. It's going to come to an end. So just do your job, right? Do your job. User experience. And this is recent for me. This is why I'm like trying to watch my words. So it's the winter. It's cold. We needed firewood. And so the husband goes looking for firewood online because he doesn't want to go out and just drive. People are not open. People are not, like, you know what I'm saying? So he wants to call ahead, make sure they have firewood available to sell. And then what are your hours? We visited a number of websites that didn't even say where they were located. Even if you ship nationwide, you should say where you're located, like a city, a state, a zip code. There should be a contact number. If you don't do a contact number, then at least have a chat function or some sort of function to get in contact with you. If you have a Google business profile page, your hours should be up to date. You should have updates. And you don't have to do them all the time. Understand that? But have them during like your peak seasons. Now, I don't know how many folks do a lot of firewood for a chimney, not barbecuing, not smoking in the summer. It's the winter. Like, why not say, hey, it's winter time. Check your logs. Partner with like a chimney sweeping place. And you know, like there's so many things you can do. But what we shouldn't have to do is jump through hoops to figure out, one, where you're located, and two, how much something costs. Now, we talked about pricing. We know for some people who do bespoke pricing, they don't put their prices on there. They need to tell you why it is that they're charging what they charge. That's great. If I'm getting firewood, it's firewood. Now, I know damn well you can put how much firewood is on your website, on your Google page. I know you can. It's not like, oh my God. I mean, it's wood. It's not a custom dress. It's not wrapping a car, right? It's not a crazy custom service. It's not. It's freaking firewood. I digress. But I'm going to say this. You take the lead in the dance. When a customer enters your portal, when they are beginning their experience with your business, they shouldn't have to jump through hoops. They should be able to easily navigate through your process with or without you and get the answers they need. Have a contact us page, have an FAQ page. If you have a phone number and it's your off day, have a voicemail that gives really good info, right? Like a lot of this stuff should just be done. That's taking the lead from one. That's also being the expert in your field. Lead me through the process when you're here and when you're not. Do the basics. We're not even asking for like amazing customer service. We're just asking for the basic customer service, like basic obligations, which I guess, honestly, you don't have to tell anybody anything. You don't. I mean, you can do whatever you want to do with your business. I mean, if that's your model, hey, happy trails. But for most of us, a little bit of information goes a long way, because we do know, as could-be clients, there is a portion of self-serve in every client journey. It is. So your storefront needs to give me enough for me to determine, do I want to get into your process? Right? Give me the FAQ page. Give me the basics. Give me something. I'd be like, okay, well, maybe see if I can figure out. Give me the basics before I decide to actually call you. But if I have to call you for basic stuff, like how much is some firewood, a quarter, like I should have to do that. It's freaking firewood, but whatever. Lastly, let's talk about a better business for all of us. You, the customers, the whole other thing. Okay, so I said before, consider the user experience. Start there. Man. Again, in my previous life, I had the opportunity to tear up our website, to break it, tear it down, figure out what's missing. So now when I look at my website and others, I look at the user experience. Contact us, FAQs. And yes, as a photographer, I have pricing on my website. It's not cheap, but guess what? If you know how much it is, then you don't have to call me and say, well, all I have is $150. We have saved both of us a lot of time. So I don't mind putting my pricing out there. I don't mind. Here it is. There you go. Think about the user experience. That is part of the client journey. And if you don't have a client journey mapped out for your business, for your customers, might want to look at it. I'm just saying. Commit to going beyond average. Now, I don't know what your average is. For some of us, we already offer beyond average experiences. So how much further can we go? We can go far. But commit to going beyond average. You don't have to, but look at what's out there and say to yourself, wow, is this it? Is this all we have? When you consistently offer a beyond average customer experience, people run. They don't walk to your business. They run. They enjoy what you're offering. They enjoy their interactions. And they're like, this is something special. I want them to be around. Let me make sure I keep giving them my money, because, like, consider that. Now, here's my last point, and it wraps all up together. Research and development, R&D. Continue to innovate. Continue to grow. 2020 taught us. Some of us wanted to just stay in the one silo. I don't want to offer delivery. I don't want to offer this. I'm not doing that. And then the world shut down. And it became, how do I now stay afloat? I can tell you, with my photography business, I was already offering virtual consultations, presentations in 2019. When you stay active in your industry, you can see what's on the horizon. It is your decision to either invest in that now or later. Being proactive, for most of us, has always been a savings. Time, money, stress, customer experience, the whole 9 yards. Research and development. Develop your business, develop new products, research what's coming down the pipeline, your own education. You can stay where you are. And I'm not saying get rid of tried and true, but you gotta innovate. You have to maneuver the waters, because they're always changing. Life is always changing. If you stay stagnant, you tend to get left behind. Ask all the photographers who feel as if there's nothing left for them in this industry. Ask them. It's a lot of people. People thought that the moment we offered creating your own travel experience online, that travel agents would go away. They have not gone away. You have to innovate. You have to change. Take it back. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do. But here's my last thing, and it is about the customer. Be proactive, seek feedback. Now, we talked about feedback. When you get really good feedback, you can get ahead of things. But be proactive with your customer. If you see a problem happening, get in front of it. Don't act like it's not there. Be upfront, be honest. If you know that you just lost power and you have people who have appointments and it's not coming on anytime soon, get ahead of it. Say, hey, Sally Sue, we just lost power. Don't come today. Let's go ahead and reschedule, right? You know there's a storm coming. People can't drive in the sunshine, let alone snow or ice. Get in front of it. Be proactive. I can't tell you how ridiculous it is when people are like, I didn't know it was going to storm today. I had no idea. Be proactive. You see the problem coming, get ahead of it. It's just, it tends to lead to a better experience for everybody. Everybody. Now, these are highlights, just some highlights, because clearly we could talk for hours about how there could be a better business owner, a better customer experience, better customers, but high level, quick little in and out chat, little lunch and learn. But I will say this, hey, you might want to get our newsletter. Bi-weekly tips on selling and pricing and overcoming obstacles, and not only building a community, but being part of a community. Nobody likes the person who just comes and eats everything and brings nothing to the table. At the potluck, they're like, oh, I'll just bring some forks. Okay, well, a potluck isn't best because even I don't, everybody's kitchen. Okay, let's do information. So as business owners, we tend to know other business owners. And there's the one person who wants to just talk about their business and take, but never give anything of substance to anybody else, let alone listen to anybody else. Nobody really likes those people. We're looking for reciprocal relationships. Yes, check out our newsletter. You can go on HouJackDMS.com. You can go to newsletter and sign up. It's bi-weekly. Sometimes I do it monthly, but typically bi-weekly. I am not here to overflow your inbox. I am about being organized. So there you go. All right. So I want to thank you all for watching. As always, again, if you're on YouTube, like, share, and subscribe because, what can I tell you? There's always information coming out over here. But take these tips to hand. If you know somebody who's a business owner, send this their way. Not that you believe that never mind. Okay, so sometimes I start saying stuff and I'm like, Gwendolyn, check it. All right, so that's our deal for today. We'll see you guys in another 2 weeks. And oh man, I'm torn. I don't know if I want to talk about working with friends and family or if I'm going to talk about working with friends and family. Oh, yes. All right. We'll see you.